Whenever the world has been in a crisis, the black man has always appeared on the scene. After the flood, when the world needed a leader, he called Nimrod, the son of Cush. When Moses was taken out of Pharaoh's camp, it took a black man, Jethro, to teach him the ways of God. When the people of Israel were going to the promised land, it took a black man, Hobab, to direct them to the promised land. They have always been around. God has always relied on these black people in times of crisis. When it was a time of crisis and nobody could speak to David, it took a black man to take the message to him. He knew how to take the message. He had the wisdom to tackle the problem. When Jeremiah the prophet was put into a dungeon and Israel was in a crisis, it took an Ethiopian eunuch to set him free. When it was time for Paul to be sent to the mission field, it took black men to lay hands on him and send him out. When Jesus was going to the cross, it took a black man to carry the cross. Even though Nimrod messed up God's plan with selfish ambition, in this new restoration, we must be careful to give God all the glory. Thank God for Jesus. He sets us free. He liberates our mind. The liberator is Jesus, the Son of the living God. And when you come to him, he does not just liberate your spirit. He also liberates your mind and your thinking. He redefines your history and puts you on a winning path. We need Jesus to liberate us because he is the connection to our true history. So I read from Dr. Mensa Otabil book, page 108 and page 109. And then there is a song here by Emmanuel Owusu Sekia. So this is the song. It was long before creation that God predestined that you should be black. So there would be none in the whole world like you. Filled with his glory, honor, and power, you are blessed, Africa. Yes, the gold, the diamond, and more of those precious stones, he put them in you. So there will be no place in the whole world like you. Filled with his blessings, wealth, and his glory. You are blessed, Africa. Africa, rise, for God has blessed you. His glory is shining all over you. Reach out and touch the whole world with Jesus. He filled you with power to turn it around. So this came from, again, Beyond the Rivers of Ethiopia, a biblical revelation on God's purpose for the black race by Dr. Mensa Otabil. Gives you something to think about.